You could buy a frickin' private island. You could buy an entire apartment building in Manhattan. You could buy a private jet, then travel anywhere in the world and still have enough left over to never work another day. And the car sitting at number 1 on this list would still cost more than all of that combined. These are the 10 most expensive cars on the planet in 2026. Number 10. Bugatti Chiron Supersport 300 Plus, $3 million. This is where the list even starts, and it's already hard to wrap your head around. Bugatti didn't just build a fast car here. They built a car that rewrote the record books. In 2019, out on the Rallye test track in Germany, driver Andy Wallace pushed this thing to 304.77 miles per hour, becoming the first production car in history to break the 300 miles per hour barrier. For context, that's faster than a commercial airliner at takeoff, except this was happening on the ground. Under the hood is an 8.0-liter quad-turbocharged W16, 16 cylinders producing 1,600 horsepower. Bugatti built exactly 30 of them to commemorate the record, and every single one sold before most people even knew the run existed. Number 9. Lamborghini Veneno Roadster, $3,300,000. This one is cheaper than the car before it because Lamborghini wasn't chasing a record. They were chasing a reaction. Veneno means poison in Spanish, and Lamborghini named it that on purpose. This thing looks like it was ripped straight off a racetrack and dropped onto public roads. All sharp angles, all carbon fiber, more fighter jet than automobile. A naturally aspirated 6.5-liter V1 sends 750 horsepower through a body that exists purely to stop traffic. Only 9 were ever built, 9 total on Earth. Every single one was spoken for before most buyers even knew the car existed. If you've got $3.3 million sitting in an account right now, it doesn't matter, there's nothing left to buy. This is the kind of car that doesn't just turn heads, it stops traffic dead, and it's still only the second cheapest thing on this entire list. Number 8. Koenigsegg CCXR Trevita, $4,800,000. This one's built by a company most people have never even heard of. Koenigsegg is the name that separates casual car fans from the real ones, a Swedish manufacturer building hypercars out of a converted military hangar in a town most of the world couldn't find on a map. The Trevita's name means 3 whites in Swedish, and it refers to a manufacturing process nobody else has pulled off: carbon fiber strands coated in a diamond dust-infused resin before being woven into the body. The result doesn't just shine, it sparkles like it's covered in actual diamonds, because in a sense, it is. Koenigsegg planned 6 of these. One ended up in the collection of a world-famous boxer. Underneath that dazzling shell sits a supercharged V8 running on biofuel hitting 254 miles per hour. Proof this isn't just a showpiece. Number 7. Rolls-Royce Sweptail, $12,800,000. A single, unnamed, ultra-wealthy client walked into Rolls-Royce and asked for a car that had never existed before. Money wasn't a constraint. Time wasn't a constraint. 4 years later, the Sweptail rolled out, one continuous, uninterrupted sweep of coachwork from nose to tail, a panoramic glass roof flooding the cabin in natural light, a dashboard carved from a single piece of polished rosewood. Even the clock was a custom-built timepiece months in the making. There is exactly one Sweptail in existence. The man who commissioned it didn't buy a car. He bought a piece of history nobody else will ever own a copy of. Number 6. Bugatti Centodieci, $9 million. This one's actually cheaper than the car we just covered. Sometimes rarity costs more than raw exclusivity, and this is exactly that case. Centodieci means 110 in Italian. Built to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the legendary EB110, the car that put Bugatti back on the map decades ago. Underneath is a Chiron-sourced engine, tuned to 1,600 horsepower, hitting 60 in 2.4 seconds. But the real story isn't the numbers. Bugatti made exactly 10 of them. 10 for the entire planet. Every single one sold before the car was even officially revealed to the public. Buyers hand-selected by Bugatti itself, with zero public bidding process and zero opportunity for anyone outside that Circle to get in. Number 5. SP Automotive Chaos. $14,500,000. This name is one you probably never heard because this manufacturer barely exists yet. Not Italy, not Germany, Greece. SP Automotive is a small, relatively unknown builder that decided to enter the hypercar conversation by attempting the most extreme road legal machine anyone has tried: carbon fiber and titanium. Construction: a hybrid-assisted turbocharged engine and an aerodynamic package generating downforce that rivals purpose-built race cars.